welcome to Pagan Life. I am happy to see you here again today because I want you to meet a very special friend of mine. This is Patrick Buck, otherwise known as Jordsvin. Do you mind if we use your name?
That's fine.
Okay. He doesn't mind that we actually use his name, folks. The reason that we're here is because, as you know, we have been trying for you to meet some of the people in our community who are pagans. And Jordsvin is a very special friend of ours. We're here in his backyard today, and I want you to learn a little about him. Jordsvin, can you please tell us a little about yourself and your involvement in the pagan community?
Well, I work as a college instructor. I've been involved in the pagan community for 20 years, and in the heathen community for almost 15. I bought this house about 3.5 years ago with my partner of 21 years. And what you'll see today is how we've developed it for sustainable food production and urban agriculture. And I've been able to put out a small orchard of young fruit trees that started to bear. I've had one garden bed in, and I'm working on 2 more. And something like this you can expand as slowly or as rapidly as you can. Had some ongoing back issues, so it's not as far along as I would like it to be. But I think you'll be able to see that a lot of food can be produced on a small amount of space in various ways that are very sustainable.
Yes, and I want you all to know, you've seen me in my garden, and if it were not for this man here, I can tell you right now, my garden would not be what it is today. He has been my absolute total inspiration, and Jordsvin's the one that got me into doing chickens. So with all that said, we're going to go on a tour of his yard, and if we get really lucky, maybe he'll show us his chickens too. So hang in there, folks.
My name's Patrick, or Jordsvin, and I've been involved in the pagan community for 20 years, and have been a heathen for almost 16. This is my backyard in Kentucky, and like many of the older homes in this neighborhood, developed in the early 50s. We have very large yards, and I hope you enjoy seeing some of the things along the lines of urban and sustainable agriculture that I've gradually put in over the last 3.5 years.
One of the things you can do is livestock production in small places and urban settings. You may be surprised at how liberal your local laws are on keeping small livestock. Pigeons, no laws at all. You could let them run loose. Let them fly free and forage. These are called, of all things, giant runt pigeons. And they are runts in the older sense of the word, which means ordinary. They've not got all those strange feathers and strange poofed-out chests that a lot of the exotic show breeds have. They're just big pigeons. These can barely get off the ground. They're about the size of a leghorn hen, and will produce some very large, very tasty eating squabs. And of course, they're also can be sold for cash or traded for other agricultural products. Hey, want to see some orchard? I found a wide variety of trees that will produce a lot and take up little space so that I can have a maximum of fruit production. I'm learning as I go. This tree right here is called Pancerus trifoliata. It is a citrus family tree. It can be grafted with or hybridized with your standard oranges and grapefruits, but it's hardy through zone 6. This tree has taken through 0 to slightly below degree weather and come back just fine come spring. It's like any other deciduous tree. It loses its leaves, gets them back. Makes nice lemonade type drink, and also can be used for marmalade. So, for all intents and purposes, I'm raising oranges in Kentucky. Over here is a butterfly bush. I believe strongly in supporting your local pollinators. Butterflies pollinate my crops, other insects, and I feed them. I have a variety of plants that are attractive to bees and butterflies on the property, and including native and non-native plants. This tree is a Chinese date tree. The fruit is almost exactly like a date, but the tree itself is not a palm. This particular variety is called Sol, and it's like the flying dragon Ponceris I just showed you, in that it has a twisted or contorted growth pattern. What this means is smaller tree, bigger production, smaller space, and besides, I just like twisty trees. Weeping mulberry. And yes, I was weeping when the birds got most of the berries, but I didn't fight them too hard because there were only a few. It's first-year bearing. This tree bore immediately, the year right after planting. I was picking fruit within less than a year of putting the tree out. Started about this tall. Now you see where it is. Another contorted or weeping tree. What this does is ensure that all the fruit's in reach. What I'll do here next year is I'll put some netting over this tree, and, well, reloading for the birds will be over. Here's the apple orchard. These trees are little big trees. They're a three-way graft, the dwarfing stalk, a middle stalk, and then the fruit-bearing part. And these are very small trees that don't get much taller than they are now, and that bear very quickly. Close enough. Good. Oriental pear tree. Growing real well. Another pear tree. Close up. Nice little pear. Various other trees. I'm learning my way around the orchard as I go. Next year I'm going to need quite a... I've learned to deal mostly organically with the garden pests, but a few trees are going to need selective spraying next year and some netting. The squirrels have discovered the fruits. Over here is my harrow, the North Heathen altar. Sort of semi-phallic stone dedicated to spray. Over here, a stone with a hole through it dedicated to Odin One-Eye. We have the well, we have the tree. Various goddesses are associated with wells and trees in North Floor. And here what I have basically is a critter corner. Over next to the sanctuary, land elf statue, native plants. I give the native animals a nice little place to call their own. And they help me by controlling pests. The grape arbor. Over here's a birdhouse. Again, natural pest control. Birds eat bugs. No gardener should ever be without their compost pile. I go along looking for lawn waste bags in my neighborhood, and soon, lo and behold, gathering from the neighborhood, I ended with a very large compost pile, absolutely free organic produce. Fertilizes nicely. It's in the back of my yard to keep insect problems to a minimum. And it's out of the way a bit, but what I do so that I don't have to run here every time I have an apple peel or a tea bag is freeze my compost in a sealed container, take it down here when I have a load.
That was great, Patrick. Thank you for letting us at Pagan Life have a look at what another pagan in our local community is doing in their own backyard. See you next time, folks.